Confused about choosing between HMO and PPO health insurance plans? You're not alone. The world of health insurance can be a labyrinth with its jargon and fine print, but it's crucial to navigate this maze successfully. Today, we're going to illuminate the path for you. We'll dissect the differences between health maintenance organizations and preferred provider organizations, more commonly known as HMO and PPO insurance plans. We'll discuss what they are, how they work, and the significant differences between them. Beyond that, we'll also touch upon the pros and cons of each to help you make an informed choice. Whether you're selecting a plan for yourself or for your family, knowing these details can make a world of difference. So, are you ready to unravel the mystery and choose the best health insurance plan that fits your needs? Stay tuned as we dive deep into the world of health insurance plans. Let's kick things off with HMO plans, shall we? HMO, or health maintenance organizations, are a type of health insurance plan that place an emphasis on preventive care. The idea is to keep you healthy and catch potential health issues before they become serious. The first thing to understand about HMOs is their network-centric nature. This means that you have a network of doctors, specialists, and hospitals that you can use. If you step out of this network, except for emergencies, your medical costs may not be covered. It's a bit like having a culinary map. You can only eat at the restaurants on the map, and if you decide to try a place off the map, you'll have to foot the bill yourself. The second key aspect of an HMO plan is the primary care physician, or PCP. This is the doctor you see for most of your healthcare needs. They're a bit like your health guide, directing you to specialists within your network when necessary. However, this also means you need a referral from your PCP to see a specialist. No referral, no coverage. Now, what are the advantages of an HMO plan? The most significant one is cost. HMO plans typically have lower premiums and out-of-pocket costs than other types of plans. So, if you're budget conscious, this could be a good fit for you. But what about the downsides? Well, the network restrictions can be a disadvantage if you prefer a doctor or specialist outside of the network. The need for referrals can also be frustrating if you need to see a specialist quickly. And if you're someone who travels frequently, the limited coverage outside of your network area might not work for you. In a nutshell, HMO plans are like a cozy, well-lit path. It's affordable and straightforward, but you need to stick to the path. If you're okay with having less flexibility and are comfortable with the idea of a primary care physician coordinating your care, an HMO plan could be a good fit for you. That's HMO for you. Affordable, but with limited flexibility. Now let's switch gears and talk about PPO plans. PPO stands for Preferred Provider Organizations. This type of health insurance plan gives you the freedom to choose your healthcare providers, whether they are in-network or out-of-network. Unlike HMOs, you don't need a referral from a primary care physician to see a specialist, allowing you to manage your healthcare more directly. Now, why might someone opt for a PPO plan? Well, one of the main advantages is flexibility. With a PPO, you can see any doctor or specialist you want without needing a referral. This can be especially beneficial if you have a specific doctor you prefer or if you need care while you're away from home. However, this flexibility comes at a cost. PPO plans typically have higher premiums and out-of-pocket costs compared to HMO plans. You will also have a deductible to meet before your insurance starts to cover a portion of your healthcare costs. Out-of-network coverage is another aspect to consider. While PPO plans give you the freedom to see out-of-network providers, the cost is usually higher than seeing an in-network provider. You'll pay more out-of-pocket and the insurance company will cover less. But remember, just because a doctor is out-of-network doesn't mean they are off-limits. You still have the freedom to choose your healthcare providers, but you'll want to weigh the cost and benefits carefully. PPO plans also usually have an annual out-of-pocket maximum, which can help protect you from high medical costs. Once you've reached this limit, your insurance will cover 100% of your healthcare costs for the rest of the year. So in a nutshell, PPO plans offer more flexibility in choosing your healthcare providers, but they typically come with higher costs. If you value flexibility and don't mind paying a bit more for it, a PPO plan may be right for you. So PPO gives you more flexibility but at a higher cost. Let's compare the difference. Having understood both HMO and PPO, let's put them side by side. When it comes to the cost, health maintenance organizations, or HMOs, are generally more budget-friendly. They have lower premiums and out-of-pocket expenses, making them a popular choice for individuals and families operating on a tight budget. On the other hand, preferred provider organizations, or PPOs, tend to have higher premiums and out-of-pocket costs, but they offer a broader range of coverage, which some people find worth the additional cost. Let's move on to network restrictions. With an HMO, you're required to choose a primary care physician, or PCP, from within the network. This PCP will be your main point of contact for all your healthcare needs, and they'll refer you to specialists within the network when necessary. In contrast, a PPO gives you more freedom. You don't need a PCP, and you can see any healthcare provider you want, whether they're in or out of network. However, you'll pay less if you stick to the in-network providers. Speaking of referrals, they're a major point of difference between HMO and PPO plans. As mentioned, with an HMO, your PCP will need to refer you to any specialist. But with a PPO, there's no need for referrals. You can book an appointment with any specialist you want, whenever you want. Finally, let's discuss out-of-network coverage. In an HMO, out-of-network services are typically not covered unless it's an emergency. So if you travel frequently or live in multiple locations, an HMO might not be the best fit for you. Meanwhile, a PPO covers out-of-network services, although at a higher cost than in-network services. This makes PPOs a more flexible option for those who value the freedom to choose their healthcare providers. In summary, your choice between HMO and PPO might depend on your budget and healthcare needs. It's all about finding the balance that works best for you. It's your health after all, and you deserve a plan that fits your lifestyle and keeps you covered. Let's recap the key points about HMO and PPO plans. Now, we've delved into the nitty-gritty of these two types of health insurance plans, and by this point, you should have a fair understanding of both. HMO, or health maintenance organization plans, typically come with a lower cost but less flexibility. They require you to select a primary care physician and obtain referrals for specialized care. This makes HMOs a good choice for those who don't mind a bit more structure in their healthcare and are looking to keep their costs as low as possible. On the other hand, PPO, or preferred provider organization plans, offer more freedom, allowing you to see any healthcare provider you wish, without the need for a referral. This flexibility does come at a higher price, but for some, the convenience and freedom of choice are well worth it. Now, choosing between these two isn't a one-size-fits-all answer. It truly depends on your individual needs and circumstances. For instance, if you frequently require specialized care, a PPO plan might be more beneficial as it eliminates the need for referrals. But if you're generally healthy and don't mind sticking to a network of doctors, an HMO could be a cost-effective option. Also, consider your budget, as PPOs often come with higher monthly premiums and out-of-pocket costs. But remember, cheaper isn't always better. Weigh the costs against the benefits each plan offers. Lastly, consider your preferred level of involvement in your healthcare decisions. If you value a more hands-on approach, a PPO might be a better fit. But if you prefer a more guided approach, an HMO could be the way to go. Remember, choosing a health insurance plan is a crucial decision, so take your time and pick the one that suits you best. Thank you for watching.